Living in Northern Virginia, I'm sure you know transportation is a huge issue, or lack thereof. If elected to Congress, are there any ideas you have for maybe helping out, solve some of the problems that the people of Northern Virginia have to face? Is that
we in Northern Virginia have a lot of time to ponder all these big international and domestic issues as we set in the parking lots that are the I-395 and the Beltway and everything else.
Amen.
Look, one of the biggest mistakes that I think has happened just recently is, frankly, a Department of Defense and Department of the Army decision to build the new MARC system building right on 395. There's no exit. There's no subway. We're talking about, I think, 40 to 60,000 people influx there every day. I think that's a colossal mistake that happened on Jim Moran's watch.
Okay.
We had 2 or 3 other alternatives with parking lots, infrastructure, subways, off of the Beltway, everything else. One of them was the Victory Center in Alexandria, down off of Eisenhower. There's another one over in Springfield. Much better choices. And had I been in Jim Moran's seat, I would have been standing on the desk of the Department of the Secretary of the Army telling him, not on my watch are you putting this right in the middle of 395 that's already gridlocked every day.
Right.
I mean, for those people over there in Shirlington, it is going to be a nightmare.
Right.
So we need to preclude decisions like that will only exacerbate this problem. And we also need to, we're not going to pave our way to a solution, but we do need to broaden 66, I think, inside the Beltway. And we also need to look at other solutions like pushing the federal government to try to work harder with regard to things like telecommuting, flex hours. Let's get some people off the roads. And oh, by the way, whose idea was it to funnel all the I-95 coastal traffic right through the Beltway? Why can't we funnel them around? We'd probably lose, I don't know what the number is, 30 or 40% of our traffic.
Yeah.
If we just put them around and then let them rejoin 95 about 20 miles south.
Apparently that was the original plan that they had for it that they never got to. So
Exactly.
things like that.
So we need creative ideas like that, and we also need some energy into this, and we need some sense of urgency to do things like the lighting of 66, the railway out to Dulles, and those things. Let's get them moving.
Okay. Are there any other issues that you stand that perhaps Jim Moran's done in the past that you have a burning passion about?
How much time do you have?
How much do you need?
Let me hit a couple real
Sure,
quick.
please.
One of them is energy.
Okay.
We are importing about 70% of our oil requirements from countries at a cost of about $475 billion a year. We're enriching petro-dictators when we could be energy self-sufficient. Governor McDonald, our new governor of Virginia, has put forward a plan where we would be able to start drilling offshore. We need to start drilling and getting our own oil. Why? Because we need to be energy self-sufficient. This is a national security issue. Now, long-term, I would be all for looking at renewables and everything else. We need to do that because that's the responsible thing to do. But the more responsible thing to do, the way to create jobs, lower our costs, and to become energy self-sufficient is to start drilling out. Jim Moran is abjectly against that.
Is it? Okay.
Another issue is just the concept where we are with our debt. And Jim Moran never saw a taxpayer dollar that he didn't want to spend. We need to stop spending. The president wants to have this bipartisan commission to figure out why we're so broke and what to do. Here's an idea. Stop spending taxpayer dollars you don't have. $12 trillion of debt, $1.5 trillion in our deficit, and they're talking about raising taxes. That's not the solution. Tax revenue is always around 18-19%. If he raised taxes, all he wants to do, we're talking about a VAT tax, a death tax, getting rid of capital gains taxes, raising marginal taxes. That's not going to solve our deficit problem or our debt. We need to stop spending the money,
Okay.
and we need to stimulate, keep growth-oriented policies that will stimulate our economy, create jobs, and that's how we'll generate more tax revenue.
Fantastic. I appreciate your time. Good luck in the 8th, Colonel.